Hey, what's going on, everyone? Good evening. Good evening.
What's up?
Thank y'all for joining our next episode of the Sports Roundtable. Mark, man, what's going on, brother, man?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling and enjoying the day. Watch
Yeah,
these good playoff games.
yeah.
We back in the saddle.
We back at it, bro. Hey, and a great playoff series. But I mean, before I even say this, hey, thank y'all for all our supporters, our followers. Please keep supporting us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Down South Sports Roundtable. We on Facebook, we're on TikTok. We about to get on Instagram soon. But please, support us, subscribe, follow us. All our full episodes is on YouTube, so I really appreciate everyone joining us this evening, man. But Mark, man, hey, bro, hey, the game just ended for the second game of the Eastern Conference playoff. Boy, the Knicks and the Philadelphia, man, bro, that was a real playoff game right there.
It was. They were going back and forth.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know how the 76ers lost.
Hey,
But
I say they lost, man, because
but they
Embiid can't jump, bro. He can't,
that lead.
man. And what's crazy, that shows how good he is. This man
Mm,
is limping around, barely can move, and still give me 30 plus a game.
yeah. Yeah, that's real. He is. And they need him. He knows they
They
need him.
need,
So
they need everything from him, bro. And that's why they lost, man. I mean, you got this man doggone almost in a wheelchair out there. You know what I mean? Bro, he almost in a wheelchair out there and carrying the team, man. So yeah, bro.
yeah.
It's I mean, the reason they lost is because that's it. If
hmm
Embiid was healthy and not having no health problems at all, they would probably had a number two seed.
Yeah. No doubt about it. I can
So
definitely see that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
he fought back, man. I
yeah,
say
he
that
he can go down.
he better than Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, you know what I mean? Ben Simmons, he hurt his back just picking up some off the ground. He's out for 2 years.
Mm, I don't know what was going on with Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
He just
yeah. So
underperformed. I mean, he
yeah,
did so good in college, man. That was the crazy thing. He just underperformed
I don't
in
know
the
what's
league.
wrong with it, bro. And to be real, which I don't think he's mentally there either. You know, you gotta,
Mm,
at that level, man, you really gotta love the game because you go through so much, and you already been through so much even to make it to that point. So I feel like, hey, his mind probably ain't even in the game no more. He's probably already mentally retired. He's probably like
Yeah.
literally just collecting whatever payday he can get. I think he's mentally retired, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you ever seen when Cameron snapped on him when he watched the game in Brooklyn Nets.
No, I
He he just put out a video. He was just going off. He was like, man, Ben Simmons, if you don't want to play ball, man, go do something else. He said, he said you just gave them people 6 points and 2 rebounds. He said, I can do that, man. He said, stop playing with my guys. He said, go do something else, man, if you don't want to play basketball. And he was hot. He was pissed.
no, man.
But
Bro,
I mean, that was a normal night. That's a normal night for him. He, like I said, he gonna underperform, and I don't know why. Like I said, because he was
man, he
such a
stayed,
good player.
bro. But I'm like, you making that much money, you already know you need to put a lot of money towards your body. And you
hmm
know, every professional athlete, once you start getting that bag, they know, hey, the only way I can maintain this level is I gotta have somebody that can work on my body. I gotta have me somebody that can put me in a hyperbaric chamber all the time. You probably buy one on yourself. You know what I mean? You probably got a massage person you going to about 3 times a week. All this type of stuff, man. And I don't think he was ever doing that.
Who knows? Who knows? He wasn't taking care of his body as he should, but
Yeah,
and it seemed like he was just always injured.
yeah,
So, and that definitely could be a telltale sign if you're not taking care of your body.
yeah. And I
So,
don't know why Embiid. I mean, I don't know why Embiid always hurt, man. Like he's gonna fight through it. I know the first when he was younger a few years ago. Remember they had Doc Rivers, and
Mm-hmm.
Doc Rivers came in. Remember he was overweight. That's why he was coming down so hard on his, you know what I mean, his knees. He was overweight. He was moving slow. He trimmed, I think, about 30 pounds, and you
Right.
can tell. You can tell.
Right.
But I think it's almost too late for him because I think a lot of damage is already done as far as like I don't think he'll ever be 100% any season rest of his rest of his professional career.
I mean, he's had what 4 or 5 knee issues already
Yeah,
at this point in time.
I think back issue, hamstring
Right.
issues. I
Right.
mean, you got. I mean, he almost you can say, man, that was almost football injuries, man.
Not real. That's real. You know, those injuries take you out of the game.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
they still give you 30 plus like that on one leg. I mean, last game, whatever that brace was, it was cutting him. He was bleeding at the legs. I don't know if you seen that image where it was like blood on his like his tights that he had over his leg cast. Man, so bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know he's probably because he trimmed down in weight. He was moving. I think a lot of damage is already done. Over the time. You know what I mean? From his younger and is I don't know how much longer he gonna have.
What was? Let me ask you a question. What was the big difference that you noticed? Because you're somebody who had 2 knee injuries,
Yeah.
major knee injuries. So what
Shoot,
was the
three, because I
difference?
had one in the military too. So three.
So are they still lingering?
Yep.
Definitely like your earliest one. Do you still have something a linger? A problem now,
Yeah.
or that you notice how it changed from
Oh
before you
yeah.
had it to afterwards?
Yep. Yep. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Um, after those, the big problem you're gonna have is after you have those major surgeries, the scar tissue is already done. Your cartilage is
Mm-hmm.
already deteriorating. You know what I mean? You're always gonna
Right.
have fluid in
Right.
your knees for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? It's that's why sometimes you hit on people like they have severe knee injuries, whatever. You got to go back in there and then you got to go in there and say, hey, I got to clean up scar tissue. Like right now on my left knee, they already tell me I need a knee replacement. All my cartilage gone, and I had 2 surgeries on that one. I had another when I was in the military.
So it's
Yeah,
bone on bone.
yeah, bone on bone, bone on bone. And so I'm Mark. I don't think I ever told you this. So when I hurt my knee in the military, it was 2008 in 2008, and I had surgery again in 2009. And that's when I was living in Florida. And the surgeon that did he was the orthopedic surgeon for the Tampa Bay Bucks that did because I tore my patella tendon. All right. And he said, man, you already had work done. And he said, look like they did a good job. He said, but I'm wondering what might have caused his injury. I know you like I stepped in a hole, chased some bad dudes, and twisted my knee. So, but he wanted to know, like, man, you had both on both the knees. So he started doing he started putting my hips in different positions to see what he said. I can tell you why you injured both your knees from football. He said, because you got tight hips.
Oh wow.
He said, and I started thinking, like, man, I said, talk to me, like, what you, and he said, do this hurt? I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm in pain. He said, you shouldn't be hurting like that. He said, you shouldn't be hurt. And I started thinking about it, I was like, man, I spent time over Afghanistan, Iraq, especially Afghanistan. We used to have to go up the mountains and stuff. And I'm like, pushing my knee up to like get up these mountains and climb over stuff. And I always feel like I could feel like, man, like my hips was tight because it was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that was the cause, like those two things related with each other.
Right. Like that. They
Yep.
coincided that much.
Yep. So when you think about it, like if I was to like do the little Captain Morgan stance at that time, put my leg up like this, whatever, it'll feel real tight, feel like a strain. You don't supposed to
Mm-hmm.
feel a strain. So what happens is when your hips are weak, they collapsing. And when they collapse, or when you start doing cuts or whatever, all that torque is going straight to your weakest point, which is your knee.
Right. And that's when you break it down. I mean, it definitely makes sense.
Yep. So remember, on our other episode, I was talking about all the injuries UConn women were having. I'm like, that don't make no sense. That's why I'm really speaking from. How is that making sense?
Right.
First of all right, you might have you don't see too many ACL injuries in basketball. Mostly see in football because you're driving your cleats into the ground. Everybody feel is different, uneven service. You know what I mean? Just all those different atmosphere that you run into in a game compared to just a basketball court. But then also with a school like that, I know you're doing bands. Most basketball games you see them in college and especially professional games. You see, doing warm ups. You'll see those athletes actually doing bands. They're doing lateral movements up down the court. That's why they loosen their hips up.
I mean, it definitely makes sense because I'm telling you, when we played, and we were so strong. It was kind of like similar to high school how we were, how we say we were cavemen because we did so much just lifting weights.
Straight lift. We weren't doing no flexibility with none of that stuff.
Yeah, we were kind of like that in college too, because when we used to go to media days, some of the players would go to media days, and you meet the other schools.
Yeah,
they used to say, "Man, why y'all so strong, man? Y'all look like cavemen." But that's what it was, man. And then we had a one of our conditioning. It was a lady. She came. This was like the first time she came and did like workouts with us, and she had us doing totally different workout, like with bands,
almost like yoga.
Yeah, basically, yep. And man, I'm telling you, like everybody, we all felt different spots that was sore. We're like, dang, I ain't never felt that before.
Yep. We never worked them.
Right, exactly. Muscles never work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never fired off for none of that stuff.
That's one of I have always said that's one of the things that people don't pay attention to when in the strength and conditioning program. It's supposed to be strengthened and conditioned.
And we did strength. We have we think it is just a sprint.
Right, exactly. Straight strengthened program. So yeah, and that falls by the wayside. So I can definitely see, like you said, when Paige is having those knee problems that you couldn't, you know what it goes back to. It's a telltale sign. Basically, at that point.
If something ain't right, you know what I mean? Like something is causing this injury. Greenlaw. Greenlaw, the linebacker for the 49ers. Towards Achilles running on the field. All right. So what led up to that? It was a guy started looking at the way he was actually moving through all the plays during the season of the playoffs. A lot of stuff he was plant-footed with, set on his toes. That's one piece. The second piece was, remember they was complaining about the practice surface at the playoffs. Because the Chiefs had the Vegas facility. The other they were like, this field ain't right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a number of things. So you got to look back how you're attacking and how you're moving. And now the way that's back in our day, like nobody was really tracking that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So now they tracking everything. That's what didn't make sense to me for that many players at a big collegiate school for athletics for basketball, especially women's and men. And how is so many players having leg injuries? That doesn't make sense.
Strength and conditioning program.
Yep, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And that's the reason from my personal experience and what I learned about my body, and it was way after I was done. I was in the military where I found out, like, them tight hips. So that's, remember you were talking about, say, how we try to make things better for our kids at doing sports. All right. I told my son, hey, when we was doing squats, we got bands around our ankles because we're gonna work on power explosives and we're gonna make sure your hips ain't tight.
Right. At the same time.
Yep.
Right.
I'm talking about we was doing bands. I'll tell you, the day before the game, we was doing bands around my whole downstairs at least 4 or 5 times to keep his hips loose. That's because why? I learned from you. You gonna learn from my mistake. I'm not gonna let you repeat
Right.
this. You know what I mean? I
Right.
know you once you start cutting on it, and everybody's football feels completely different. It only take tight hips to go straight to your knee, and that's done.
You know, so and it's so true. So
Yeah.
probably that's exactly what's happening with Embiid, man. He probably fighting and playing through the pain, just like how we were talking about
Yep. But I'm
Jason
saying
Clifton.
all the damage is probably done with him because he has
Right,
so many knee injuries. So now
right,
he just got scar tissues, meniscus injuries. It You can only do so many cleanups because
hmm
you're gonna have some fluid in your knee. It's just gonna be natural. It is what it is. Once an injury happens and they go in there and cut it open, you'll never be the same. You can keep going, but over time that fluid is gonna actually eat at the cartilage. If that makes sense.
So do you like still have to drain it, the
So
fluid?
it depends on how bad it is. Depending on how bad. Usually ice it, you know what I mean, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. Sometimes might swell and then go down, whatever, whatever. It just become a part of life, bro. That's
Right, you
really
just
what
got to
it is.
deal with it. You
Yeah,
got to
you just
deal
gotta
with
deal with
it.
it. Now if it get too bad, they can drain it. Um, but then they're gonna like, all right, what's causing this excessive fluid in your knee? And it's probably a
Mhm.
meniscus tear. It's probably other cartilage damage. But all that stuff, you're gonna have just I mean, you're gonna have arthritis, man. That's just what it is. Arthritis is just done.
Yeah,
And
I can see
most
it.
athletes have arthritis after over time they play sports so long, they're gonna have arthritis anyway without any.
Right,
You know what I mean? But it's just
right,
gonna be
right.
it's
Yeah.
just gonna be um longer down the path, but it ain't gonna be something from an injury. It's gonna be coming from that impact of them
hmm
joints.
Yeah, man. I think Embiid will be retiring. Maybe not soon, but
Yeah,
sooner than later.
yeah,
I would say.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because that's a lot of injuries to have back to back to back.
In basketball too.
Right. Every year seems like.
Yeah.
So
And I'm gonna say like one of my favorite players, man, growing up. I mean, he was beat down by injuries, which Penny Hardaway.
yeah, yeah. Penny dealt up
And
smooth.
Penny supposed to be that MJ competitor, you know what I mean, back then,
Mhm.
and that's what really showed his career was because of injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's definitely why they
Yeah,
didn't pull it out. Max can do it by himself, and you definitely need that big man down there to rebound.
yeah, yeah.
During that time.
You
So
just ain't got an answer for him. He just gonna he's like Joker. You ain't got an answer for him.
right,
Like right. So it was an interview doing like I think one of the interviews today actually came out where they was talking about Darvin Ham, the Lakers coach, asking what adjustments um, he's going to do for Joker. He said, I don't know. I don't know how to stop him. Literally, he said, I don't know how to stop him.
can't you just got to
So,
contain them.
exactly. And that's the difference with that basketball. Basketball, you know, you get your stars, they're going to go off. What you're trying to do is, all right, Joker give you 30. You know what I mean? Your other probably your second superstar get you about 20, 25, another 30. That's 60 points. What you trying to do is eliminate those other points from those people
Right,
that you know what I mean. That's how you're gonna win. Let them go off, but you're not finna beat me.
right, right. Not the
That's how
whole
you have to
team.
plan against that.
Yeah, because Jamal Murray and Joker, they're gonna get their points
Yeah,
off
yep.
top
Like LeBron and AD, they're gonna get their points, but you can't let Russell get his points.
when AD play.
I say this, he played 65 games this year, bro. I think
Yeah,
67 actually. So this year, I don't know if LeBron got him another conditioner, another body person. I don't know what happened. Um, but he played out this year. He He won the ice cream man. He won the McDonald's ice cream machine this year.
But you know what, your boy Zion showed up too in the play-in tournament against LeBron. You said he don't show up. He played. He had a good game. That's probably why, because of that game.
So that's what's like. He's a big dude.
But Zion is always his weight. His weight is always causing him issues on
He
his
been
back.
out for no reason though.
He got
He got so much sleep. He's just in the air for no reason. Like, bro,
Yeah.
now. Man, you know what I mean? So you look at imagine. So think about DJ Burns from NC State, big man. You know what I mean? You ain't see him jumping too much out of the gym.
Man, but they're two different type of athletes.
But think about it, they weight is not too far off now. Like Zion's much slimmer, but when he came into the NBA, he was about 15 pounds less than DJ.
Well,
Zion,
he lost weight.
Who, Zion?
Yeah.
He lost weight. Not when he first came. Remember, he came in kind of like
right.
The whole thing was, hey, he looked like Charles Barkley and Shaq had a baby. You know what I mean? Like that. Like he was big, man, and he would jump, bro. He was just, man, he jump and he just hang in the air, bro. Like, bro, get down, man.
Yeah, he got ups. And I don't know how you control ups when you jumping.
Bro, he just been out for no reason. You ain't see, so I'm just saying, like, you look at that weight coming down like that on a basketball court. That's hard, man. That's hard wood, man.
That's why he had to lose the weight.
Yep, and I'm telling you, I think the damage is already done.
Yeah, and I mean, when you say Embiid, I think of Zion.
Yep.
Because they both had weight issues and
yep.
their knees are both messed up.
Yep.
You know, Zion just younger, but you know, I would love to see him play like a whole aggressive season, but I just don't think that will happen.
He gotta get the hell out the air, man. You gotta get down, bro.
That's what he needs.
That's real with you. Look at Embiid today. He forced not to jump in that, but he still get you 30. Zion, hey man, you're gonna have to stop hanging in the air, bro. You know what I mean? Your air days is over with, bro. That's the only way I think he can last. I ain't saying he's not dunk. I'm saying he's dunking, but he's flying.
Yeah, he going fast too. He flies at a different speed. He loves to take the ball to the rim. So
yeah,
he lives under that goal. So
yep. So if you look at say this is two different spectrums of it, but you look at the injury, the Achilles injury that KD had, Kevin Durant had. Then you look at the Achilles injury that Klay Thompson had. Those who not overweight. Now, if those two injuries was to happen to Embiid and Zion, I think their career would be over with.
Yeah. That's a tough injury to come back from. Most people don't.
Yep. So and that weight right there is a problem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Embiid is not overweight no more. But if you look at it, he runs. He got that old man run already.
Yeah, he do.
He got that old man run.
He do. And walk.
Yep. He walked like everything below his belly button is in pain.
Yeah, he does. And you can see it.
Yep.
That's why I said I don't think he'll be around too much longer.
Nah. The damage is done, bro. That's why they were trying to get Zion underweight as soon as he got to the NBA. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They, like, as soon as he got whoa, time out. After that, I think he had a hamstring injury or something like, and just kept lingering on with as a whole. You got to shave weight fast because think about it. It's 82 games in a regular season. That's a long season already. Yeah. Then you got to make it to the play. You got to go through the playoffs. Nah, you ain't gonna be able to last like that, man. You ain't gonna be able to last like that.
His first 2 years did a number on his body.
Yep.
Like I said, I love the player that Zion is. I'm afraid I don't think he can come back from those injuries.
I give him. I ain't even put a time frame on it. I just don't see him. Well, he's on in fourth season right now, fourth season right now.
No, it's
For him to make it 10 years
yeah.
is going to be tough. I say that. For him to make it
Yeah.
to that 10th year, it's going to be tough.
He'll definitely have to adjust his game.
Yep.
Mhm.
And before that, I think athletes they hard as all athletes they hard on hard on yourself. Like when do you call it a quit? And I think he'll be forced to call it quit soon. To go to not a starter no more, to a role player, being a sit man coming off the bench, and that's when he's gonna start dwindling it down.
He just got to change his game, and he have to become a shooter.
Think about this. Um, what's his name? Kawhi Leonard. Remember all them injuries he had? He was always out. He ain't overweight. He in great shape. And he was
Yeah.
still dealing with all that arthritis in his knees and stuff like that. Remember that?
Yeah,
So
Kawhi played hard too.
he played hard too. But think about this. He had to worry about a weight problem.
No.
When you got a weight problem and bad injuries and joint problems and arthritis, them two don't add up and be a professional athlete.
We know who don't have to worry about playing long term in the NBA anymore. From your boy Jontay. He,
Oh,
he,
the,
he
the,
definitely won't be playing.
the biggest idiot. That's the biggest idiot. The biggest idiot. Jontay Porter from the Raptors. I know probably people have probably already seen this report. He got banned from the NBA for betting on his own team and betting on himself.
When he was out, when he was injured.
Well, he was faking injuries. That was the problem. So that's how it got. So, all right.
And they turned him in.
You know who turned? What? All right, you got to think about because I put this on notes to talk about kind of gambling and professional sports. So we're gonna tie those two together. You look at what he did was he used a fake name and he was dealing with somebody, a bookie also, to make bets. And he started doing business with this bookie, saying, "Hey, I don't feel too good tonight, but I'm gonna start off and then I'm gonna pull myself out the game."
Mm-hmm.
So he was like strategically giving them the inside info because you already know professional sports. All of them are tied in the betting, so that's why they say you got to put an injury report out. If they don't put an injury report out or list the injury that they find out about, they'll fine the organization. That's the reason why. But this dude was just, I got an eye injury and I got to pull myself out. I'm going to the locker room. Nobody else like what nobody. But how he was getting away was he wasn't a starter. He was kind of just a bench person that gets some playing time.
Mm-hmm.
So he was betting. So he was doing that. And you know who? So when it was the betting, the Vegas folks that say something ain't right because the little small bets happened. Then the bookie made a big bet, and the return, I think the return was like $1.2 million, and they halted it. They said, "Nah, something ain't right," because how is he betting on a role player to be out the game and get injured? Something's not right. So they reported to the NBA. They said,
they looked at it.
Yeah, they started looking at it because it was more than one occurrence that it was happening.
They said everything messed up too.
Yep. And then guess what? The bookie sold them out. The bookie said, "Yeah, I've been dealing with him for X amount of time." Because the fans got involved.
Yeah. At that time, it's over. Yeah.
So
your hands are tied.
He only made I think it was $22,000, and your salary per year is $2.2 or $2.3 million a year. That math don't add up. You the biggest dummy ever, bro.
It's not mathing at all. At all. So you blow that behind small betting. But I don't know what he was doing. Like I said, I mean, the only thing I can see is what you said. Maybe he was looking for a big payday.
I think he was making small bets and see how long he get away with it. He was going to hit for something big. That's what I think.
Cause I don't know, man. It just don't make no sense at all.
That's the only thing I can think of, bro. Because you just, and I don't think he ever thought he was gonna get caught because he's like, I'm not a starter, I'm not a superstar. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. Hey, but that's the reason. That's the reason they did a lifetime ban on him, man. Because it's more than just gambling. You
Mm-hmm.
are gambling on yourself, and you're pulling yourself out the game.
Yeah,
They
it's
only
deep.
telling the bookie this,
It's deep. Right.
so they had to ban him.
Yeah, man. Because you at this point you playing the league, you playing the association, you playing your team. You
Yeah.
know you playing people who betting on your organization.
Yep.
You know how many people he probably lost bets with, and you know how betting is. Sometimes that's the last game you need on your ticket to win.
Yeah. The parlays. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And
Yep.
this happened.
Yep. I mean, bro, that. So I mean, what's your take on this? The gambling for sports, like for professional sports. Like, what's your
It's been,
take on it? Like, do you think
it's
it's gonna
been
be
going
more of
on.
this?
It's been going on for forever. So I mean,
But it's
I
starting to
don't.
be it's legal, getting more legal, and you know what I mean, in states like I told you. I think last episode I said, man, I'm about sick of seeing commercials for doggone DraftKings, man, because
Right.
now it's legal in North Carolina. I think about a month ago. I'm about so sick of seeing all they'll say, oh, DraftKings is in North Carolina, but if you got a betting problem, call this number, this hotline. You
Right.
forcing everybody to have a problem, man. So,
Right. You're right. I mean, like I said, man, people gonna bet. They're gonna spend their money how they want to spend their money. So,
yeah, yeah,
I mean, yeah, you go. I think it's cool to open up the door, and let them bet on a certain betting system.
yeah,
I mean, it takes away a lot of under table betting and everything else too. At the same time,
yeah,
it's more strategic and it's more controlled.
yeah,
So, I mean, I don't really mind it. I
yeah.
mean, as long as it's stuff like this is not happening, because, like I said, he messes it up for everybody.
And I
So
think
many different
NBA
people.
he kind of explored. He probably I wouldn't be surprised at in off season they make some rule change. I don't know what the rule change is going to be, but they're gonna make some rule changes because
Mm,
he just exploited a way around people to bet on themselves in the NBA. Like he was literally betting on himself, like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be out by this time or whatever. You know what I mean? He was like literally dictating what's going to happen on this card.
yeah. I mean, and like you said, those injuries. I don't know if he was just making up an injury right then and there. But most teams and team doctors, they usually know of your injury previous to
Yeah,
starting the game. So,
yeah,
I don't know how much of a rule impact they can make to try
yeah.
to, take care of that situation or handle that situation. But it's gonna be something. I'm sure they're gonna
They
sit
might say you
down.
can't bet on no. I don't know
You
if you.
can't bet on yourself or
Yeah,
no
I don't
no
know if you can
team.
even bet on NBA games as a.
You probably can't. It's real
I know
strict
the
now. That's what I'm
NFL
saying.
you can't bet on NFL games. Um, you can bet on other sports, but you can't bet on. It was like multiple things. You can't bet on NFL games. Obviously, can't bet on your game. Um, Also, they made a rule where if you are in the team facility, you can't make no bets, no matter what it is,
In this facility.
in a facility.
Yeah.
If you're in the facility, you can't make, and they can monitor that, man, because you connect to Wi-Fi, whatever you going, they can see that, bro. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
also, you go to these betting sites, they log
Right.
in your IP address where you located at. So that's what I'm saying. Like you got to think about these betting sites like the MGM and DraftKings, all this stuff out of Vegas or whatever. They not gonna not tell the organization. They're not gonna not tell the NFL, the MLB. I don't think MLB you can bet at all. I don't think no player can bet it. I think they got the strictest rule in MLB. But you can't. They're gonna let those like NFL professional sports know this. Why? Because they got a partnership, man. They
Right.
got, they really got all of them got a partnership. You got, I mean, those big casinos in Vegas, they ain't make those casinos off of winners' money.
Right. Straight losers.
They made off of losers' money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and just like we were saying, you know, one incorrect bet, one wrong bet, one number, one digit of a number is the difference between somebody winning billions or people winning billions and people losing billions.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so yeah, that plays a big factor. Just you doing something like that, taking yourself out the game,
Yeah.
faking the
He
injury.
basically disgraced the game because
Yeah.
I can't remember the whole details, but you remember that the referees, that one referee, I think it's Donnelly, I think that's his name. They got kicked out the NBA because he was making calls based on bets.
Mm-hmm. The one that Shaq was talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
had to ban him. So what this dude did more different. He was actually a player in the game.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So he's the biggest dummy. Bro, what you gonna do now, man? Like, what are you gonna do now? That,
The overseas.
yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. I'm gonna switch gears a little bit, man. I didn't never tell you what this shirt mean. Never tell you what this shirt mean.
All about Bama.
Nah,
I like it.
nah.
I like it.
Nah. This shirt is it's
Got to be what it's looking for.
this shirt is considered, it stands for anybody but Bama.
First of all, whoever created this shirt need to be arrested. 2-time felon, 23-hour lockdown, 2 program. I don't know why we
I'm
did
gonna
that.
get a whole bunch of these mugs made, man. Anytime Bama's on TV playing it, I'll have a hashtag this shirt. I'm gonna get a hat, couple of hats. Anybody but Bama. I don't care who wins, but anybody but them.
Hey man, shout out to Alabama State baseball team for beating Auburn. For beating Auburn. Baseball, good job, guys. I knew y'all could do it. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why you would create a shirt like that, man. Don't start that, man. Don't start that.
The one thing you do know, I'm an Auburn fan till I die, bro. And this right here, I thought about this. I said, yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is anybody but Bama.
As a Alabama fan, out of the championships, the SEC championships, the good games that we beat people each year in and out, every year. You know what my favorite part of
What's
the
that?
year is? When me and you talk, and it's that whatever game it is, whatever time of the season, and you tell me you packed up all your Auburn stuff, and you can put it in the garage in the attic, and you stop watching football. I can't wait. I wait for this week every year.
Bro.
It don't matter who it is, whatever week it is. I just be waiting on it because it's gonna come. At some point in time, it's coming.
I call all the Auburn fans Ford tough, and the reason I call it Ford tough, man, because we
You got to be
crap all year, every year, man. It's frustrating, bro. I mean,
I can imagine.
boy, hey.
I don't know. I try to tell you every year, man, you can just be an Alabama fan. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Yes, you can, right? People do it all the time. Somewhere, I don't know them. I don't know nobody who do it, but you could do it.
Ever since y'all didn't take my boy Bo Jackson. because y'all didn't want to start him as a freshman. It was downhill from there. Never.
Whatever coach that was recruiting Bo, they told him that needed to be kicked in the ass.
Oh, it was your boy, Mr. Hack,
Yeah.
Bear Bryant.
Brian ain't tell him that.
Yeah, he did.
It was a assistant coach recruiting him told him that.
Who was that? Who's the head coach at that time?
It doesn't matter.
Huh?
It doesn't matter.
So that just say this. You already know one. You know what? That's talking about Michigan. The doggone dude that's going to everybody else's sidelines recording games and crap. You know what I mean? With disguises. Who they went to? They went to Harbaugh. Why they went to Harbaugh? Hey man, he's under you.
But did Harbaugh get in trouble?
He left. They just got sanctioned this. They just got their punishment like 2 days ago. He's gone.
The university got that, but Harbaugh didn't get in trouble.
You know why? Because he's with the Chargers now.
He ain't getting in trouble.
He ran. He ran.
They could have dropped them sanctions on them early before they played Alabama.
Now I'm telling you right now, he cranked his butt back to college football and NC stuff. I guarantee they wait for if he ever come back to the NCAA, they're gonna get him.
For what? You can't get him.
The same reason they ain't gave Reggie Bush back his trophy.
No, man.
What?
No, man.
Just because they can. That's what the NCAA, bro. Just because they can. They ain't got no. If you think they can't do it, they'll do it. If you think they won't do it, they'll do it.
They'll find some reason.
That's the reason why I say that.
They won't be around that long.
I hope not, man. Because
definitely not. They keep having these cases, like they had when the judge. That judge whoever shot them down. That's when it started. This roller coaster ride has started now. So they're not letting anything slide. You see, Florida State and ACC, they having their trial in Tallahassee.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think it started. It either started. No, it might be this week. I think it started. It might start this week.
Okay.
But yeah, they'll be in Tallahassee on trial. Now, it's going to be very interesting how this works out. So, I mean, how do you take somebody to trial and still play in the league for you?
I think part of that trial is to try to get out of the ACC without paying all that penalty money.
Right. They want to leave. They want to leave anyway. They're just trying to save face.
They're basically trying to say breach of contract. You promised that we're going to get all this monetary stuff, and it ain't happening. And then not making the playoffs was the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
And what's crazy about it, one of the committee, the NCAA, not the NCAA, one of the football committee people, bruh, first of all, I forgot what his name is. I have to look it up. He is from the ACC, and he's an alumni of Florida State.
So
how you done vote your own team in?
So that's what I'm going to say. He didn't vote him in? Well, maybe he just got overrode. How do you say that?
He didn't get that money. His palm was itchy. He was asking for it. They ain't dropped the check off.
They ain't greased his palm. Well, that's cold-blooded if that happens.
Yeah. Everybody wants to say, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to say, hey, they had an injury to the quarterback, but I mean, that's it here and there, man. I think you should at least. I think they deserved it for a try. I ain't saying they were going to win nothing, you know what I mean? But you supposed to do it based upon what you already did. Now that's what made that push for that 12 team, you know what I mean, even more bigger.
Who are they going to take out?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Exactly. My point exactly. So you want them to take, definitely not going to take Alabama.
Well,
So
I'm going to tell you really well. I'm going to tell you really well I think it was. Alabama jacked it up because they beat Georgia.
Right.
they was betting on Georgia to go undefeated.
Yeah, they was. They was.
That's really what it was.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think
And I blame, to be real with you. Now, if you think about go back a week before that, it's Auburn's fault.
well, you know, Auburn didn't do anything that they normally don't do. Blow it.
Think about it. It was Auburn's fault. It was Auburn's fault in the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, because if that would have happened, and then even if we still would have beat Georgia, they still would have put them in. But you know what? Like I said, this year was perfect way to end it.
Yeah.
Because it was so much
controversy.
Right. But for the 12
yep.
team to come in. Because I mean, truth be told, I think Georgia still was one of the top 4 best teams.
Exactly. They should have been in it, bro. That's be real with you. But they was Auburn jacked it up. They started off this mess. They jacked it up in the Iron Bowl. Then Alabama, basically, they took advantage of that. Then they beat Georgia. Georgia deserved the right to still be in that thing. That means that, to be real with you.
It was just hard. This year was the hardest year to pick 4 teams.
They could. So another problem was the big reason why Georgia wasn't in it too. They could not leap Alabama over Texas because why?
Right.
Alabama lost to Texas. So no matter what, you gotta have Texas in there. You had to have a Texas in there. If you put Alabama, you can leap them over. That was your problem. That was the problem with Florida State. You know what I mean? They try to blame strength of schedule. ACC was somewhat weak. They was weak in college football this year. But it was like you said, it needed to end with controversy. That's what really just spawned that 12. Like everybody's waiting for it. Now we don't need to go. I thought it was going to be honest with you. I think 12 too much. I thought it should have been by 8.
Yeah, me too.
I think it should have been by 8, but you already know the dollar bill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, and I know everybody say Florida State deserved. That's the big word, deserved to be in it. In truth, they did have a great year, but they would have got in it and they would have did the exact thing what they did when they played Georgia.
So,
because they got
loaded though. You remember it was like, I think it was like 27 players opted out of that game.
That's what I'm saying. So they would have still did the same thing.
When they got beat in that bowl game, they was down 27 players. They said, "Man, we ain't playing this."
But who is the catalyst of the team?
Here we go with this.
The quarterback. So your quarterback is out. But even if you still had 27 players.
They had one of the top defense this year, though.
They did.
You know what I mean? And what we always say, defense gonna win. If your defense gonna win a game. That's why most West Coast teams don't win the NCAA championship, don't win the college playoff championship from the West. Because why? They all don't play good defense, bro. They really don't. Washington surprised me this year, to be real with you.
They did. So do you think they were a top 14? And I'm talking strictly strength of schedule, best on best. Do you think they were a top 14? Not record.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I ain't looking at you. Basically saying, I hope this answers your question. If you had Washington in the SEC this year, they wouldn't have made it.
Well, of course not. In no year they would have made it.
Exactly. So, they deal what they're supposed to with their schedule. I say that. I don't think I can't put them over Georgia. I can't put them over Texas. I can't put them over Alabama, and I really can't put them to be I couldn't put them over Florida State either.
And you wouldn't put them over Michigan?
Huh?
You wouldn't put them over Michigan
Oh,
either.
put them on Michigan. Nope. Michigan, I forgot about Michigan. Yeah. Couldn't put them on Michigan either. So, no.
My point is that.
To answer your question, no.
My point is that. But see, and like I said, it was a perfect year for controversy
Yeah.
as far as it goes. Because at some point in time, you know, the rules are a little crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So is it the four best team? It should strictly be based on that
Yeah.
because they were still saying, okay, you had to win your conference. But see that means nothing though. If we're going for the four best team, it should strictly be that. That should be the top line, the
Yeah.
top tier line, the
Yeah.
four best teams.
Yeah.
Now,
And
who deserves to
that's
get?
why they had to expand that doggone, you know what I mean, either 8 or 12. I was thinking it was 8, but obviously they went 12 because they want to make more money. Because I think another reason they went to 12 because they want those bowl games to mean more. You know what I mean? Besides the 2 top bowl games. So that actually going to mean more. So we're going to bring more revenue. So, like you said, it wasn't. It's not a. It's better than the BCS, but it wasn't no good fix.
I was just going to say the BCS wouldn't have let Washington in there.
No, no, no.
The BCS wouldn't have let Washington in
You
there.
ain't even talk about because why? The BCS learned from when they had Hawaii play Georgia. That I want to say it was back in 2005, 2004,
They
and
got destroyed.
destroyed ain't the word, man. I think that was homicide. And I
Hands down.
guarantee his Hawaii football players right now that was on that team probably still injured from that game when they played them Georgia boys.
Nobody want to play that game, man. You don't want to see that. Why would you want to line up against Georgia when you've been playing Wyoming's and you know what I'm saying? San Jose State. Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
And you came across some Southern boys that drooling at them all ready for it. You know?
Right. Mad too. They already mad. Yeah. So we straight punish. We punishing anybody in front of us. You know how that mindset
Oh
is.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
you remember back in high school when we played we seen Baker on the schedule? Hey, coach, can you at least leave me until halftime? Remember,
Mhm.
that's really what it was. We about to tee off on them. This about to get out of hand real fast.
Yeah. We pulling out all the plays we wanted to try all year. Double reverse. You know what I'm saying? All trick plays. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So now when they see when Georgia see them, bro, they seen blood. That's what they seen. They seen straight
Mhm.
blood. Hey, this about to be a long night for y'all. I mean, I'm literally watching this game. I remember like it's yesterday watching this game, and I just seen bodies flying all over the place. The commentator was like, "Man, we might need to turn this game off." I mean, it was just everything Georgia wanted to do. You know, it was even bad when they gained in 10 to 12 a run. So you already know what those offensive linemen come bearing down on your D linemen. They ain't felt nobody that strong all year. They ain't felt nobody that strong all year, man.
Yeah, like you said, they still hurt. They somewhere
Well,
nursing the injury still. That's tough. That's tough.
yeah,
We sure got we got the draft in 3 days.
yeah,
So
yeah, yep. Hey, while we on NCAA, man, so um, NCAA made 2 rule changes that got approved last Thursday, I think, with college football. I think 2 great rule changes. One of them
yeah,
is they're allowing communication equipment in the quarterback's helmet. I don't know if they're doing a linebacker like they do in the NFL too, because you know in the NFL you got the quarterback and you usually got your play caller, which on the defense side, which your middle linebacker. I don't know if they're doing the middle linebacker, but I know they're doing the quarterback.
thanks to
Um,
Nick Saban.
Yeah, yeah. But they've been trying to do. I don't think. You know what? I say this. I don't think it was all Nick Saban this time.
No, it not all, but
I think
he sure had a fingerprint on it.
it was geared from old boy from Michigan, what we were just talking about, going to people's sidelines stealing signs.
Right, right. It was, and they were saying that
That was like
you wouldn't have to worry about it.
that was like the
Yeah,
final straw right there.
yeah. They said
That
you
was like
wouldn't
the
have to
final
worry
straw.
about it.
Yep.
Right.
That was like the final straw. They're like, yeah, we got to do something. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
how much you got, man. Like you already know, man. There's so many TV cameras at these games, man. That's how they found this dude on every sideline, knowing a man, because they got 1,000 cameras at these games. So,
Mhm.
like, yeah, you. So what you're seeing is you're gonna see those plays, man. You're gonna see. I mean, how many? You gotta think about it, man. You when you throwing signs or whatever, it's only so many signs you can come up with, man, and so many that you can change to. It's like you are spending more time doing that than actually designing of the plays. So you might got a play
It's the
call for.
remembering.
Yeah, you remember too. I mean, it's crazy, bro. Compared to just, hey, here's a play, you know what I mean? And it's in your head, now you give out the play or you go into a wristband. I don't know why a lot more colleges don't do wristbands too. Um, I think they should do both. Um, a lot of them don't do wristbands, you know what I mean? So, like, now you're really just seeing a lot more colleges believing in their quarterbacks to do audibles, certain ones, not all of them. But
Well,
I,
sometimes sometimes in the wrist. I mean, you should be able to do wristbands, but
yeah,
it's some in certain environments. I guess it's the communication.
yeah,
Sometimes you can't talk, so signs are inevitable.
yeah,
They're very pivotal
yeah.
in
That's
football.
those loud stadiums too.
Right. Exactly.
And those
Exactly.
college stadiums, big college stadiums like your Alabamas, your Auburn, your Penn State, Ohio State, blah, 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 they are much bigger than NFL stadiums. They are
Right.
bigger than those. Like they were seeing hundred thousands, you know what I mean, in college stadiums. So those are loud. That's why I love college sports so much, man. Because
Mm-hmm.
you see that vibe is a lot different than an NFL game. Completely.
Yeah. That crowd really plays a factor in the college football game.
Yep. Yep.
Like for real, for real.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that's definitely what this, like I said, when the signals come into play. But there's definitely nothing wrong with a wristband, to go to
Yeah.
the wristband at any
I
point.
think the alternate, you know what I mean, offset some, you know what I
Right.
mean. So, because NFL they run they got wristband, they listen to plays, but they also got a wristband to say if I want an audible out of something, you know what I mean, or if it's too loud, they might say here's something on a wristband or whatever. So, I already know the playbook's a lot bigger in pro,
Hmm.
but I'm glad it happened, man, because it was getting. Cause I mean, how many poster boards you gonna see, bro? Like, remember?
They are out of control now. They so many. You see all kind of actors and actresses and
Yeah,
SpongeBob's on post boards now. It's
yeah.
all kind of stuff. So
I remember you telling me. You can tell everybody, man. I remember you telling me about like how y'all used to defend against like people trying to steal signs. You had certain people that were dummy people, and you had one person that was giving you the real sign. Is that
yeah,
what
like
you told me that?
if you look on college sidelines, you'll definitely see, three or four people calling signals, sometimes at the same time.
Yeah,
And like on Tennessee sideline, you see their Tennessee colors, and you might see somebody with a green Tennessee shirt. Be like, why you got a green Tennessee shirt? That might be the marquee person that stands out. That's actually the sign that you're supposed to pay
yeah,
attention to. So
yeah,
yeah, you come up with all kind of scenarios to try to protect your signs. Basically at
yeah,
that point in time. So, like I said, I mean, this is going to change a lot here. You know,
yeah, yeah,
and I can't wait to see just
yeah.
to see the difference. Of what it does to an actual game time sideline.
And I think there a lot of these schools, if they not already, they should be. But I think of some of I seen Alabama, I seen Auburn, Spring Day, that they was already working with
Hmm.
the, you know what I mean, communication. I haven't seen. I watched UNC Spring Day, but there's really one of those spring like it wasn't a full out scrimmage like that. They was going through a lot more. drills and sets and stuff like that. They didn't have like a spring game that I seen. It was an Aaron. And then I think somebody else was on TV.
Yeah, I
It
was
was
the
Boston
Lakers playing right
College.
now.
Boston College. I don't know how. I was just watching TV and came Boston College spring day. You know why they was on? Because of God, Bill
True
O'Brien.
TV. It
Bill
was on
O'Brien's
True
the head coach
TV.
at Boston now.
Bill O'Brien. What a
That's
waste
why
of
they got airtime.
a paycheck at Alabama.
But also he got ties at Boston College. Like his wife
Mhm.
graduated from there, I think. And he spent a lot of time up in that Boston area. But I
Yeah,
don't know why they was on TV, but it was like it was cycling through. Now, why is Boston College spring game on? And all right, whatever.
yeah.
Especially down this area. I don't even know why it was on this area. But
No, I was watching Georgia spring game today.
yeah,
Before I was
oh
watching the Lakers game, I was
yeah,
flipping back and forth with that. And I know LSU spring game is probably on right now.
yeah,
On the SEC network. Down here, that's all it stays on the SEC network, just about
yeah.
with the other sports channels. Yeah, I mean, I watch
Was
the
they
ACC
working
channel
with? Could you tell they was doing the communication to the quarterback?
a little bit, and I heard them talk about it. What game did I watch? Somebody, it was a spring game I watched, and I heard them. They were using the scenario with the headphone to
Yeah,
see how it was working.
they're gonna
So,
have to turn the volume up though at their practice field.
oh man,
Just like it is going to be in the game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's really
it's
what they're going to have
hard.
to do. They're going to have
It's
to turn
hard
that
to
TV up.
simulate that though. It's hard to simulate 95, 100,000 people
Yeah,
hollering.
yeah. They you
Yeah,
know they always had them loudspeakers at you know what I mean, at the fields.
yeah,
Right.
they do.
They're gonna have to get a whole bunch of those like they doing. You know what I mean? Turn up even farther
Mm-hmm.
because there's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
times he can't hardly hear out of it. You're gonna have to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're probably gonna force him to learn that playbook a little bit more. He's like he might hear 2/3 of it. He said, "I know what this play is."
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
that's really where it's
What
gonna have to be.
what
Um,
was the it was a 2 minute?
Yeah, the other rule was the 2 minute. They had a 2 minute warning,
Right.
which
Right.
so you remember a while ago I was talking about. I brought up the scenario. I said, "Do you think college basketball actually prepare you for the NBA?"
Right.
Because and remember I was saying like, why is it so different? Like with the rules, the times, the quarters, the halves. Why is it so different? You see the NCAA is doing so with football to make it a little bit as close as they can to actually in
NFL.
NFL. You know what I mean? You look at the WNBA and you look at the women's college basketball. That's similar. You know what I mean? For it's like the quarters and whatnot, the lengths. Um, I don't know the ball size is the same with the WNBA ball and the college women basketball. I'm thinking it is, but I don't know the same. I don't know if it's the same or not. But if you look at college basketball and you look at the NBA, it's completely, I ain't gonna say night and day, but it's doggone a lot different.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely different.
I don't know what, I think I've seen, all the time I ever seen somebody outside the college basketball play two halves. I think I went to an AAU tournament, AAU basketball tournament, something like that. And I think it was something where it was like the play-in games to see the seeding or something. They played
Mhm.
like two halves, but after they went four quarters. So why is college so different? Because you remember college basketball didn't used to have a shot clock.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't that's my biggest gripe, man. Like, can you bring it can you bring it a little bit together? You know what I mean? Like why is this one sport rule so much different?
yeah, and maybe they will. Throughout the years, over the years, they might try to, make it more comparable to the
Yeah,
NBA.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But who knows? We see they doing it with NCAA football, college football.
yeah,
And it's crazy because it's kind of like a two-way street because the NFL mimics college football so much. You know, as well. I mean, but you have to.
Even with the overtime rule.
Right, and play. I mean, over the rules,
Yep.
the play calling,
They feeding off each other.
open it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, open it exactly. Spread options, spread offenses.
Yep.
You know, because it's a that's where the players go to. They go to the league. So
Yeah.
if you want them to continue to be successful at what they doing, so you bring what they were doing,
That's
snippets of
why
what they were
I
doing.
asked you that question a while back. Like, do you think
Hmm.
college basketball is really, you know what I mean, really mimicking and preparing people like they should be to get to the NBA, which is hard. You know what I mean? Like you look at the
Hmm.
NBA is, I say that even I just say from high school to D1, basketball, baseball, and volleyball are the three hardest sports to go from high school to play D1 because the
What? Say
roster
them
is so
stuff
small.
again. Which ones? Say them again.
It was basketball, baseball, and volleyball
From high school
to
to
play
college.
D1. Yep, to play D1. D1. The three hardest sports. And the reason those are the three hardest sports, most because of the numbers. The number. You know, the football roster it's a bigger roster. It's hard. We know it's hard. But the roster is big, so you got more spots. You get what I'm saying? You got more spots to fill. College basketball, what is it, 17, 15, 17? I think it's actually maybe it might be like
You might be
14, 15. You got a
Is
couple
it
of walk-ons that ain't dressing out.
right? Right. So it might be like 16, 17 on
Yeah,
scholarship. Right.
yeah.
Right.
But then what's a big Power Five school? What's their roster for D1? Shoot, some of them go up to 80, I think. Like 70 something. What 70? I think it's like 75, 70. I think
Football.
yeah.
That's just traveling. You probably can travel with that number. But right, exactly. It's the same kind of thing. But you might have 30, 40 other ones on campus that don't travel.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like it was like 102, 105, something like that's what it used to be.
Okay.
Somewhere in that area. But right, and only like 60 might travel,
Yep.
67 might travel, something like that.
Yep. Much,
Yeah.
much, much different. You know what I mean? Much baseball. We ain't even talk about baseball. Baseball's so tough, bro.
Yeah.
And then volleyball also. Volleyball is hard because it's they don't get all the big scholars. They don't get a certain
And I
amount
can
of
see, I
scholarship
could
in
definitely see
a
that.
small roster.
I could definitely see that with volleyball.
Yeah.
You know, because this is definitely a speed changer going from high school to
Yeah.
college.
Yeah. And I'm just speaking on D1s, D1 college.
Right.
So then think about that. So think about all the D1 schools. So we'll use the WNBA as an example. All right. How many rounds? It was 2 rounds. All right. The first 2 rounds.
Hmm.
Think about how many women's basketball teams it is for D1.
Right. About the same as me.
So it's hard. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
very, very hard. Uh, and and WNBA don't even got a developmental league either.
Right.
They don't got a G League like the NBA does.
You just got to go overseas.
Yep. Yep. So
Yeah, I can see that. I can see those three sports being definitely difficult.
yeah, they the three hardest to go play D1 straight out of high school. Um, and it's just really a numbers game, man. Like the numbers don't play in your favor. So you got to be a pure dog. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's when you got to leverage that transfer report to get more some development and try to get to that D1. But it's hard, man. You know what I mean? It ain't that many. It ain't that many, bro. So I, but I just hope I hope the NCAA basketball game. It kind of, I guess, I feel like it's a big gap. They need to get a little bit closer to the NBA for a rule standpoint.
Yeah, I seen the president. your president was speaking on the the disparity that it is between college. I mean, between WNBA women's their pay salary, and the men's.
Man,
I
so
mean, I just that was just big to me that it made it that far. I
yeah,
mean, but we know that it's been coming, and there's so much talk about it now. But they, that's major. So that could come with some extra, you know, some extra rule changes or some extra help.
I think help ain't no rule change. The rule change ain't the problem.
Well,
Like
I
how,
mean,
like
those could be rule changes as far as like income wise. What
yeah,
I mean,
but how can you make it better if you don't support it?
and
That's the
that's
problem.
right.
That's the problem. You
Yeah, and I think it goes hand in
maybe
hand.
something they don't have. That's the
Right.
piece. If you start bringing us big TV contracts, you start bringing us more revenue, we can pay it out more.
Right.
That
And
so
like I said, it's going hand in hand because I think that's coming. Well, we
yeah,
know that's coming.
yep.
At this point in time. So you're right.
Yeah,
So
you
once this
pay
starts
out
coming,
something you don't have. So
mm,
everybody saying these disparities, those same people that saying it ain't probably watching no WNBA games.
you're just talking about it.
Because
Mm,
they think they should be getting the same thing as the men's. Now, we ain't talking, I'm not talking about talent wise. I'm talking about the numbers. The NBA bringing a lot of revenues. They got a lot of TV contracts. They got all these deals. Gambling site. That's what other people talk about gambling. Why you think? Why you think the DraftKings let the NBA know? They say we ain't finna mess this up, man. We gotta report this. We gotta report this.
mm,
They're bringing more revenue in, so they got a partnership.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
So
they, like you said,
all they gotta tie in. So now that's what we was talking about. Like now, from remember we was talking about like next 3 years, we're gonna see those salaries go up because why? Those TV deals gonna come up. Those
yeah,
those big TV contracts, those big sponsorship deals. More WNBA teams gonna get their own. You know what I mean? Get their own arenas that's going to have some type of sponsor on it. Because look at NFL stadiums, look at NBA arenas. They all got somebody's name on it that's paying them to put their name on there. Like
yeah, yeah.
Crypto.com used to be Staples Center. You know what I mean? You look at Bank of America Stadium. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what's doggone Dallas Cowboys? It's it was called can't
It's
remember what.
the AT&T stadium.
Yeah, AT&T. Everybody got those sponsors that paying them to put their name on it. So when you start bringing in that revenue, then that's when those salaries gonna come. But you gotta watch it. You can the more viewers you get, the more those deals gonna come.
Yeah, and like you said, the next 3 years, 3 to 4 years, they actually said they're expanding to add four more teams in the WNBA in 2028. So it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. So the disparity is how can you make it bigger? You got to make the platform bigger to be able to pay out that much.
Right.
So all right. So think about this. I can't even without even Google. I think the league minimum in the NFL right now, I think it was like 300,000 for a rookie. It's about high twos, low threes in between
It
that.
might. It might be right. Three, I
So
believe.
so if you go back and the reason I'm gonna reference this because Shannon Sharp talked about this before too. Shannon Sharp back in his rookie contract, he made $62,000 a year. Now look, that was minimal then.
Now there it's some 795.
Oh, for real? Oh, that thing jumped. Well, when did it jump that high? Oh man, that thing jumped. That thing, man. 'Cause I thought it was like around three something for a good while. You sure you're not looking at the vet? I think the veteran minimum was like 1 million.
The minimum salary for a player in the NFL is 795.
No. Do rookie minimum. Do rookie minimum. Put in
Those
rookie.
are figure tends to change based on the experience. The minimum for a rookie is $7.95.
Mm. Yep, that thing jumped because I think a few years ago it was in the threes.
The way those gonna jump.
It's jumping. Why? TV deals.
Mm-hmm.
That remember they got billions from Amazon.
Yeah.
Then now they got Peacock money.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah. So it's that revenue got to come in to be able to pay out that much. That's really what it is. So the more viewers they get, people start watching it, which that's why, you know, that's why everybody's kind of like a lot of current WNBA players. It's kind of like, what? How Caitlyn getting a big contract with Nike? She signed like a 7 She signed like a 7-year, $80 million contract with Nike, and nobody in the WNBA didn't got that.
I mean, it's not hard
That's
to
not a knock
understand.
on them. To be
It's
honest with
not hard.
you, I'm like, God, dog, man, like, okay, how I'm not getting? I just want. I'm a 2-time champion. You know what I mean? I'm multi-time MVPs. But what they see is you need somebody like that to actually bring more revenue. That's going to benefit the whole WNBA.
You know what Rebecca Lobo said? She
What?
said, I hope the players in the WNBA are paying attention to what's going on, and they don't hurt Caitlin Clark because she's bringing revenue to everybody. Which
She's bringing
is so
revenue
true.
to everybody.
It's so true. Exactly. She can make your paycheck go up.
Yep. Yep.
Her and the other players that's coming in. I mean, she's definitely one of the top ones. She's the top of the top. But I mean, people definitely everybody wants to see Angel Reese, Cardoza. You know what I'm saying? They want to see these players
Angel
too as
Reese
well.
and Caitlyn jersey is already sold out.
I bet. I can imagine.
No other players in the WNBA jersey are sold out. Those two sold out. Yes, Nike's gonna. Yes, Nike's going to do that because why? It's a business for them. They know that y'all going to benefit off of me. I'm finna maximize off of y'all too.
It's right. It's a business at the end of the day.
It's a business.
Yeah.
If you got more views following you than the whole WNBA, yes, I need to sign you.
Yeah.
Yes, people finna get your shoe. Now, what that means, I'm finna bring in a lot more revenue.
Right.
And probably but what the key they not catching is the Nike might sponsor their team.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's better for everybody.
Better for everybody.
Yeah, so
I mean, yeah, bro. It's so I understand it's fair because that salary, that's exactly what Shannon Sharp was making when his freshman year. And it's his rookie years. I think he said his rookie was 62,000, went up to like 72,000. You know what I mean? That's back in the day. That was in 80, I think he came out like 87, 88, something like that. 89 around that time period. But you look at it was like in late 80s. But look at now, that thing in double, more contract deals, more teams that created, just kept going. Man, nobody ever you can't even get the ball boy to make that now.
yeah, everybody getting paid. Man.
Yeah. So that's why I was comparing like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark coming out as the kind of face of the league like Bird and Magic when they came to the NBA. Right. Nobody was hardly getting paid. They brought excitement to the NBA. You know what I mean? It was already on Lance leg, whatever. And they brought excitement to it.
Yeah, it's definitely that type of effect.
Yep. And then Jordan came about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. So now, if you look,
know who that's gonna be. You know who that's gonna be.
Look, you got Angel Reese, you got Caitlin Clark. That's your Magic and Bird. The new faces for the new viewers that's following them, gonna follow them to the WNBA. Then who's coming after that? I said Jordan came after Bird and Magic. who you got? Juju and you got Malaysia Fuwali.
Yep. Yep.
That's
That's them.
by the time they get there,
Perfect
Saturday's gonna
setup.
be minimum $500K.
Perfect setup. Yep. Yep. I mean, it's I can see it forming
Yep.
right before my eyes.
It's really revealing history. That's the way history. That's how the history of
Mm-hmm.
the NBA got to where it is right now.
Right, because it was falling before Bird and Magic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
I forgot what that doggone documentary called. It's a documentary about the Lakers. And when Bus bought the Lakers, he didn't even have enough money to pay his players.
I think called a dynasty. Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what it's called.
Yeah, and they changed the league.
Yeah,
The face of the game.
when you used to smoke in arenas.
Right. That's crazy, man. Old school there, boy.
Yeah. But man, hey, I got a couple of Q&As for you, man. Well, we already covered one about gambling and pro sports, but the other Q&A is, man, I always been a fan of the Golden State Warriors, man. Do you think the Golden State Warriors are done?
Yeah. The big three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this day last year. If not, they got one more. Maybe they got one more. But you know why though? Because the game is changing. You know, stuff evolves so fast these days. So it's crazy to think of it, but if you think of it, they're kind of old now. The Warriors.
Yeah. They coming up on their last like 3 years, about 3 years. All of them together. They came in, you know what I mean? Yeah. They all got about good 3 years in them, then they done.
Yeah, so I think they probably split it up, man. I mean, to be honest, I like them together.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to with Draymond.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. I love, like I said, I love his energy though. You know, it's tenacity.
It ain't the energy problem, but you put yourself in a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean that too. You know, not necessarily. That's not what I love, but you know, I mean, I love Rodman when he was doing crazy stuff, and Rodman was Rodman.
That's a different age though. That was a different where.
But see, I'm the same person though, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I still love that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
you
know, you're
right. Away with stuff like then. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Now, you know that you can't get away with it.
No, you ain't gonna get away with it at all.
No.
You know, this like you're right. This is not that game anymore. But
I'm gonna be real with you.
Some people love it.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I don't think Draymond would be acting like that playing in that generation.
Oh no, because he'd be getting it right back. You think Draymond finna choke Charles Oakley? Shit. Man, them folks used to have real life brawls out there on that court. It used to look like hockey. It used to look like real hockey fight.
Yeah. You think he wouldn't be getting away with that, man? He's in the wrong era. He's trying to play. He's playing in the wrong era.
He really is.
Yeah,
he really is.
And I can tell you right now, you weren't getting away with that with Charles Barkley. You would not get away with that Shaq because not with. Just imagine Draymond trying to play against the bad boy Pistons. They
would fought him every game. Every game. I mean, and who was on that team? Dennis Rodman was on that team, and he was a young Dennis Rodman on that team.
Yeah. So I mean, but now they really make you use mentals a part of your game, like more than back then. You had to use mentals, but you can. Hey man, you know what? You come the hole you want to. Yeah, I'm a coach. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's gonna be a personal foul. That's it. Now shoot, they're gonna kick you out the game. You probably gonna get suspended for about 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Just a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Just a, just a, just a whole, you do too many, they gonna kick you out the league. Like it's almost like, man, you really letting down your team by doing something. And it's to the point where like, hey, you ain't carrying your weight. That's really what I just want to say. Playing today is just really you ain't carrying your weight. It ain't about your statistics. Being not doing what you're supposed to do statistics, giving what you're supposed to be averaging a game as a professional athlete, that's carrying your weight, but also being available is part, you know what I mean? We run through you.
Right. No, that's real. That is real. Because I mean, we need you to be under that board, gaining the rebound. You might not score numbers 6-7 points, but we missing them 13, 14 rebounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, you getting kicked out the game. You just have to know. You have to you know your time that you're in. You know them your teammates. So I mean, now I do look at it sometimes and be like, is it a mental issue? Because how do you keep doing that same thing and keep getting kicked out like that? It's basically like you leaving your buddies on the field. You know what I'm saying? You leaving your partners out there to fend for themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how you can't keep doing that, man. That's where it goes wrong.
Yeah.
And when you got Steph Curry out there almost in tears behind it, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to win.
Man, he don't
And he
deserve
knows.
that.
Yeah, exactly. He don't deserve that, man. That man, he goes to bat for you every time you get suspended, kicked out. He always stand up for you. That man ain't never said one wrong thing about him at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, you not only hurting yourself, you hurting the whole team with that.
Yeah. You can't hold nobody else accountable if you doing this bull crap, man. Not make yourself.
Right. But he knows though, because he'll go right on his podcast and say, "Yeah, I was wrong. They should have kicked me out."
But stop doing it then. Like, all right, the first time you do it, the second time, bro, this is like 30 times, man.
And that's what I said. That's what makes me think like, all right, is it a mental thing?
Bro, I don't know, man. I think they'll keep Clay. I think long as he agreed to a reduced contract, I think they'll keep him. Chris Paul out of there. Chris Paul probably retiring this year. He's out of there. Draymond, I think they'll get rid of. You know what? I think they'll give Draymond ultimatum because I want to say about 98% of the basketball players got guaranteed contracts. I think they'll convert his. They'll probably say, we need to convert your contract to a non-guaranteed contract.
Yeah, stipulation.
Yep. If you out, and we got to have a stipulation, hey, you start doing, we can get rid of you. Yeah. I think they're going to make some stipulate. They're going to remodify his contract, or he's going to go. And I don't think he want to go, but I think he could probably go just from a business aspect. Now, who they going to pick up? I got some ideas. I think Trae Young done with the Hawks. I think they gonna get rid of him. I wouldn't be surprised if they go after Trae Young because they're gonna get rid of Chris Paul. They get rid of Chris Paul.
Trae Young and Paul better than that.
Oh, they gonna get rid of him, bro. They ain't messing, bro. He out of there. Bro. He out of there. I wouldn't be surprised if also I got two more. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go after Giannis. That's one piece. And something else came out. You remember right before the trade deadline, the Golden State try to trade for LeBron?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's gonna go away. I think they're gonna come back, and I think if they do that, I think they'll try to get Bronny James.
If they get Bron,
I think they'll try to get Bronny James and get LeBron.
See that happen. I could definitely see that
Some
happen.
things I thought about. You know what I mean? That pieces that roster about to get redid. That just they got to redo it because
And you know,
they over luxury tax. They've been over luxury. You know that luxury tax been a problem. They for the whole time. And really, they've been penalized because of luxury tax. Because they never, be honest with you, they should already modify the rules in the NBA for the luxury tax for Golden State because they never have had to just go spend money to go grab somebody. The people that they are paying and their value just keep going up are the people they drafted, which is Clay, Steph, and doggone Draymond.
yeah,
So they getting punished for it. You know what I mean? That's really what it is.
That's the only team Braun to go to because I don't think he'll leave the Bay Area.
I don't think he'll leave Cali.
No, he ain't gonna leave Cali.
He ain't gonna leave Cali.
So that's why that's the only team he'll go to.
Yeah. And
If he was,
I think if they work out a deal to grab Bronny, Braun to come too.
Oh, hands down. That's how you get him.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers try to grab Bronny, but I don't trust the Lakers.
I don't trust their organization.
No.
Right. I don't trust their front office.
No.
I don't think they have the team's, best interest, in mind when it comes to drafting and picking players.
Yeah. So I mean, so those are kind of my scenarios, man. But I always kind of wonder about the war because the Warriors been that dog, man. I think Steph can. I'm not going to say win another ring, but I think he can make it to the championship if their roster get did right.
Yeah, I know he feels like, man. I know all of them feel like, man. I wish we let Draymond run off KD.
Now if they would have kept KD, they'd be sitting at 6 rings right now.
And that's why they didn't because of Draymond.
They'd be sitting
exactly easily a ring. Well, so they did it to themselves, man.
Yeah. But man, hey, I'm gonna switch over, man. To kind of put some funny reaction videos out there. This one reaction video is about. I can see this going to be the next all-star basketball player. Hey, you're gonna see why in a second. You're gonna see why I say that. Yeah, he's gonna be the next basketball player, all-star basketball player.
Interview, man. Hey, man, what position you want to play, man?
Safety.
Why you chose that position?
Because it sounds safe.
Because it sounds safe. All right, and you want to be on the safest place in the field, huh?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna see can we keep you safe, all right? All right, keep working hard, man. Coach, that's your safety, coach. Yeah, coach.
Yeah, too funny, man. I rolled when I first seen that. Boy say because it's safe. He sound like he did
look
like his mama.
They gonna do one-on-one tackling drills too.
Yeah, his dad and his mama made him go out there.
Yeah, buddy. He gonna get popped. He was like, I'm done with this sport. Hey, I'm putting all my efforts in basketball. You already know most great basketball players play football. Say, nah, I ain't ready for that smoke.
Most basketball players got a story as to why they stopped playing football. And all of them be funny.
Hey, matter of fact, I got a question for you. This came up on First Take today. And they were talking about the hockey, because hockey playoff is going on right now. And the question got asked to Shannon Sharp. What you think is the toughest sport? Hockey or football? He said not toughest, roughest sport. Hockey or football? What you think?
It's football. Hands down.
Hmm.
Hockey is a rough sport, but
I don't know if I can take my teeth knocked out, bro.
you you you're not colliding. You're not colliding with nobody
Oh, they
every
collide, bro.
single play.
Remember they get called on
No,
the
no, no,
collide?
no, 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 no. I'm saying every single play you
Yeah,
collide with somebody in football. You know, you in hockey, you're trying to go around people all the time. Now
until you
they lose.
place on that glass,
They
until a hockey
right.
put hit you in the mouth and knock out your front
That's
tooth.
why they losing their teeth because of them hockey pucks. Nah, that's the sport fault. Now they not making the right face gear.
I mean, they allowed to fight. They fight it out, and then go to
Man,
the box. And
did you see
the
them the other
NFL,
day?
they make you got to put a pillow out for somebody tackling somebody.
Man, that was funny the other day, man, in the hockey. Did you see, man, they as soon as they dropped the puck to start the game, all of them took their gloves off. Oh, like, damn. They fighting already, bro.
Think about if football was like that. Like, hey, let's
Man,
go ahead and get this out the way first. Then we'll play.
man, that was too funny. I was like, boy, that was pre-playing.
Hey, I'm tell you right now. I think both of them got they kind of gauges on roughest.
No, I think hockey is definitely a rough sport, hands down,
Boy,
man.
that's a rough.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Hands down. You know, we
Hey,
used to
I
love
feel like this. Hockey is
playing.
not for the weak.
No,
Not for the weak at all.
no, by
And you
far,
better be able to throw them hands too.
it is not a weak man sport by far. Yeah, I used to love to watch Sports Center just to see the hockey highlight because,
Yeah.
like you said, somebody finna get slammed to the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna get hit with a puck, and here comes a fight.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
every time. So
Yeah.
especially the '90s hockeys,
Boy.
early 2000 hockeys, they stayed fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey man, we talk a lot about generation, bro. This this another one, man. Talk about the different generation. And I say, you know what? I say this is our generation of football, and then to this new age of generation of football. And you'll be able to tell on the music on this one, bro. Hold on. You can tell I'm enjoying this one. You tell I'm
Already.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, here you go.
That's like one of the ones that went viral. That team, I think it was a high school team, and they was in there turning up to Sexy Red.
Oh, you know what, bro? I went to a UNC football game today. Man, they started playing Sexy Red, man. Not today, I mean during the past season. They started playing Sexy Red.
Well, now,
It's starting to be widespread now, bro.
now, it, now it is it does have the right beats and the tone. Now it's catchy. They good songs now that are catchy. But as far as pumping up a football team,
They ain't gonna cut it for me, bro.
I don't think that's the song to pump up a football. Now you can play it in the stadium. No,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
But you know when you ready to come out the tunnel or you in the locker room.
We're not finna do no Sexy Red, bro.
No, we're not playing that.
Hey, what was your what was your favorite music list to?
Where? I mean, I remember in high school we used to listen to Magic.
Yep. Yeah.
Remember that? No
Yep.
limit.
Magic, No Limit. 8-Ball MJG.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. Yep.
who else? Who else?
In college.
My favorite
we
one.
like
My
Gucci.
favorite one was Tupac though.
Oh yeah, Pac
Yeah.
always keep you hype.
Yeah.
Always.
What about you in college?
Definitely had Boost.
Yeah.
That old Boost and Webbing, oh man.
Yeah.
We stayed above that, man. We stayed on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they always got us where we wanted to be, where we need to be.
Yeah. Bro. I seen that, bro. I was like, man, come on, man. That coach probably he threw his like, man, I'm done, bro. We lost, man. We ain't going out. We ain't going out of the field like this, man.
Yeah, he did the right thing, man.
Hey, so I'm gonna play. I be. He set us up all the time, Charles Barkley, man. But this one, it's a video of him talking about when he realized there was somebody actually better than him in basketball. But Charles Barkley be saying some crazy stuff anyway, man. But I'm gonna play this out, man. He set Alabama up every time, and I hate it. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it, man. I'm gonna play it. Yeah.
I didn't want to leave Phoenix. So the Rockets called me on the phone and he said, hey man, if we trade for you, are you going to want a new contract?
Oh,
I'm like, man, what the are you talking about? He says, the Suns are shopping you. I said, Suns ain't shopping me. I'm the only player we got. He says, Chuck, let me ask you a question. If we trade for you, do you want a new contract? I said, dude, I got a contract. He said, are you going to hold out for a new contract? I says, dude, stop it. I called the Suns. I said, hey man, are y'all shopping me? No, man. You're the only player we got, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. 3 hours later, Charles, are you going to want a new contract or we trade for you? I said, yo, man, I talked to the Suns.
Ain't nothing going on.
Ain't nothing going on. Charles, are you going to hold out if we make the trade? I'm like, no. Because at that point, I knew they were full of shit, and they made the trade. I really didn't want to leave Phoenix.
My bad. I thought that was other video, but this one I did want to play too. Talk about, and the reason I wanted to play this one, it was how everybody always say, why players ask for trade, play out your contract. But the front office don't always want you to play out your contract. When they want to trade you, they don't care about that contract. But they want you to care about the contract is the other way around.
Yeah, man, you better keep your best interest in mind, definitely.
I remember when he went to the Rockets, but I thought he had asked for that trade. I didn't realize they pushed him out like that.
They shopped him around. They know what they're doing. They're protecting their bag. Yeah, man, what team don't do that? What organization don't do that? You better put faith in that.
But you gotta remember, you remember that team, that especially that happened after the year that he lost to MJ. I think he lost to MJ that year in the championship. It was either that year or the year after that happened. But he was the only person in Phoenix.
No, he wasn't the only person.
He was the only one that was a superstar there off of that team. Because you remember he got 50 when he played MJ in the championship game. And that's what the video, I thought I had to pull ready for it, but that was a video when he said he had a video stating about before that series, his daughter was saying, he told his daughter, hey, we're gonna win this game. He said, ain't nobody better than me in this NBA. And then Jordan just started being Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And he said his daughter was crying. He said, I thought y'all were gonna win. He said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually seen somebody that's actually better than me. And that's when MJ was going for 55, 60 on him. And Charles Barkley dealing with doggone Dennis Rodman. And they going at it, you know what I mean? And people forget, man, Dennis Rodman was Dennis Rodman was a pure dog. Like on a defense, it's hard to find somebody. That's why I honestly thought Draymond was going to end up like for skill set wise. He got good defense, but he ain't no pure dog like Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was on a whole nother level. Like between him, Ron Harper, that they was all long. You know what I mean? Tall, long arms, bro. They was dogs, man. I wish I was able to see LeBron and Dennis Rodman going at it in the game. Because I'm saying, like, you know how LeBron take it to the hole, you know what I mean, through power? I don't think he'd be able to do that against Dennis Rodman.
No, man. No. I mean, he would, but he would have more injuries.
He was having issues with Dennis Rodman.
He'd have more injuries. So, yeah, he wouldn't be able to take it like that.
Now, and you remember Shaq was having issues with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, everybody did. Everybody did. Dennis Rodman was the man.
That man was a man. But yeah, it was jacked up. Like, if the Suns trade and they was shopping around, just say he called you to ask, hey, y'all shopping around. Like, I'm getting a call, and nah, we ain't doing that. Just be straight up real with it.
Man, that's an organization for you. Can't put too much faith in them, man.
Nah.
It's a business at the end of the day.
Nah. Yeah. And I got one more video for it. It was about Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac.
Boy, T-Mac was a dog, man. But he was talking about, slam dunk contest. Kevin Garnett asked him, say, man, why you never do the slam dunk contest? He gonna tell you why he never did it. He ain't do it this time. Yeah. Oh, it's simple. It's simple.
You're in the dunk contest thinking, I'm gonna win the dunk contest.
What?
Right.
No.
You didn't think you can win the
No, I didn't. Man, you know who was in that dunk contest?
out? Steve Francis.
Say the name though, man.
Vince
Say the name. Just talking about Steve Francis. Say the name.
Steve Francis had a good ride.
Say the name.
It's called
KG. I seen you, boy. You damn near lost your mind.
No.
You did bust some blood vessels in the Olympics, bro. What this man did, what you saw with your own eyes, you was right there by.
Killing the whole question I had set up. I was going to ask you one-on-one, you and Vince.
Come on,
dunk
bro.
Contest.
Come on.
In a gym by yourself, nobody in here.
No, that's not even. It's not even a competition. You know how crazy.
Y'all both fly, bro. Y'all both fly. Y'all both fly through the air, bro.
I could jump. He could fly.
You enter in the dunk.
Yeah, I can jump. He can fly. Yeah, it's like you said, it's simple. It makes perfect sense.
And I forgot Steve Francis was like that when he dunked. Because I ain't thought about Steve Francis in a long time. But I forgot them boys had them hops, man.
Yeah, they did. But Vince was the man. And everybody in the world knew this. He showed the world, like you said, even in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Is when he showed the world.
Yeah. I wish, Vince it's an old Kobe story. I probably find it and send it to you. But it was an old Kobe story that him saying why he never did the dunk contest against Vince Carter. He said, I won't win. He said, I'm not participating in something I won't win.
Yes.
That's exactly what he said. I'm not participating in something that I won't win. And you know how he was. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Vince had everybody scared with the slam dunk contest. So
every year. They ran the league for a spate of years.
Yeah,
with the hype.
I wish we would have got the blessing to ever see LeBron do a slam dunk contest. But I mean, the slam dunk contest now is not like it is back then.
Stars do it.
Huh?
None of the big name people do the dunk contest anymore. You know.
Yeah, it making that whole all-star experience just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bad. You know, that was I don't know how they can repair it. Only way I can see repairing, and I kind of agree with Stephen A. Smith saying this like some years ago. And he said after this year too, Stephen A. He said you should make it open up this slam dunk contest outside NBA,
yeah.
and then give them winning prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Since nicknames don't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean that'll just bring more people in who can do it. I don't know. I don't know if it would make it more, mainstream or more spectacular as it used to be.
I think it'll bring more attraction to it because you got some, you know what I mean? You got people that do that for a profession, you know what I mean? That's just natural, just jumpers, natural flyers, just slam dunk, just do that off, you know what I mean? Just off of, they ain't no real good basketball player, but they know how to do, like, design type of dunks. So I think bring some excitement to it, but I think in the future it's either gonna go away or big names gonna have to participate in
it. Yeah. I don't know. People watch it for the names, so you watch the dunk contest.
I can't even tell you the names that did this year.
My point exactly.
I mean, I don't even know who. I just know it was horrible, and I didn't watch it. I watched for a few seconds. I said, I'm not watching this, man. I'm not watching this crap, bro. It's, you know what I mean? You sitting people down. You sitting short people down in chairs, jump on over that. Bro, you don't need no bounce for that, man. I got 2 bad knees, and I can jump over that, man. Come on, man. What we doing here? So it's
you missing it. It was nice though. It was nice. It was names. The same guy won on 2 years in a row. So
yeah.
So it was straight though.
Yeah, but hey, we're gonna close out in a few, man. But we'll finish off with what you brought up. We in the middle of NBA playoffs. Then this week we got the NFL draft by the kickoff, man. Who you think the number 1 and number 2 gonna be? I just started right there. Number 1, number 2.
Oh man, I mean it should be Jaden to me. Definitely.
Your number 1?
Yeah, I would go number 1. Hold on.
You gotta get Caleb?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Well, folks, I think I think my first 2 picks is gonna be Caleb. Something telling me JJ McCarthy gonna jump up to number 2. That's just my just a gut feeling telling me that. Just a gut feeling. Both teams, Chicago and Washington, they need quarterbacks. So
who?
I was telling the folks, man. I said my first 2 pick. I know Caleb gonna go number 1. I'd be something telling my gut that Washington gonna make the mistake. I ain't gonna say mistake. What's the word I want to use? I think they might take the leap of faith to get JJ McCarthy. They need a quarterback. It ain't gonna be Drake May.
Man, that's what I say. It's 5 quarterbacks up there though, so yeah, they need a quarterback. But
yeah, who your top 5 is? It's not quarterback, but let me see. Who's your top 3 quarterbacks in the draft that you know got to go?
Well, Caleb definitely, and Caleb will go first, but it's because of his connection, like I said, with the Browns that he already had. But
the Bears.
Right, I mean, you're right, the Bears. But me personally, I would pick Jade first.
Yeah,
me personally. So Caleb, Jalen. I mean, Caleb, Jaden. Man, I like Michael. Yeah. I really like it.
I like it. My top 3 is, to be honest with you, my top 3 is pretty much in line with you. To be honest with you, those are my top 3. I'm just saying what I think that Washington might do. Because I mean, they Washington.
Right. They gonna blow it.
I mean, they
I
draft
mean,
been
right.
I mean, they drafted ain't been good. I know they just clean house, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I mean,
But
like I say, Drake May is definitely a good quarterback.
yeah,
And JJ
yeah.
McCarthy. But like I said, if I'm picky, I'm definitely going with those three who have shown exactly what they can do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm already got a feeling you're gonna bring up his name, Bo Nix. Bo Nix ain't going to the last round.
Mm-hmm. Bo Nix is going to the Ravens. That's the word on the street. That's the word on the street. I'm just telling
What
you.
street did you heard this from?
You know what I'm
Was
saying?
this street was in Maysville?
But,
What street you heard this on? So we need to go to this street, make sure you heard the correct thing. You didn't hear that.
I'm just
You
telling
didn't hear
you.
that.
That's what Mel Kiper said, man.
Man. All right. You know what? Bill Kiper, bro.
Let's say that's who we going to. I'm surprised you didn't pick your boy Bo Nix, man. At
Hey,
all.
we don't want him. What he gonna do for us? What is he gonna do for us? Nothing.
Hand the ball off.
Nah. He ain't going to. We don't need it. Nah.
But you said them your top three.
Yeah, that was my top three. Mine's in line with yours too.
Okay.
So my top three.
Okay.
Hey, also I just forgot, man. So before we even jump off of this, did you see today who the Broncos traded for?
Who they traded for?
Yeah, who they grabbed? They grabbed Zach Wilson.
They traded for Zach Wilson?
They grabbed him. So you got rid of Russell Wilson to go get Zach Wilson. And you got 80-something million in dead money. No, it was 30. Well, no, it was 80. It was 80 million. 38 this year, some dead money next year. To go get Zach.
What
So
picks
you know who the dudes on they what quarterbacks they got. I'm just gonna name two of them. Zach Wilson and Stidham.
Yeah, I already knew old Jared Stidham. Yeah.
Is that so now I'm thinking like, bro,
They gonna run the wishbone all year.
oh, they ain't gonna get no far. They ain't gonna get far with that.
They ain't gonna get far throwing the ball.
Nah.
What pick do the Broncos get?
Huh?
I want to know.
Man, I don't. Man, let me look. Let me tell you right now. The Broncos got the 12th pick.
12.
Yeah. I don't even know if I can go play for the Broncos. Hey man, if they call my phone, if I was at the draft, they call my phone. Champagne call my phone, man. Can y'all not pick me? Can I go to the next people, bro? I'm wondering what's called made him better than what I think he is, man. Drew Brees.
Man,
I think Drew Brees made Sean Payton better than what he really is.
well, and that's what everybody's saying. But I mean, he called some great plays. I just looking at the play calls that they had. Now they had a stellar offense now too. At the end of the day, now Drew Brees had 4 or 5.
I mean,
He
remember
was
he was like having multiple years, like 3 or 4 years of 5,000 passing yards.
Right, and exactly, and that's why he had so many receivers, running backs. So,
yeah.
So it was the team definitely. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gearing up for. I mean, with the 12th pick, you can still get you can still get a good quarterback, but I don't know. No top quarterback will be around at the 12th pick. Maybe
You know
not.
what? Get them Bo Nix. That'll top it off right there.
And the way they going, that's what it sounds like they're gonna get. Yeah, Zach Wilson, Jared Stidham, and Bo Nix battling it out.
Boy, if that happened, man, you know, I'm gonna see you a message, man. Hey, man, look at this bull crap right there, man.
Boy, it's a bad day to be a Broncos fan. Oh man, that happened, boy.
Man, Stidham? Man, come on, man. But yeah, bro, man. But folks, hey, thank you for joining us on this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, please support us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, um, like videos and whatnot, just for the supporters. And we'll be back on what day, Mark? Probably like Friday, Saturday time frame.
We'll be back soon. We'll definitely
Okay.
one of these
Yeah.
days soon.
Yeah, we're gonna be back in a few days on our next episode. Because you know NBA playoffs is that thing is brewing.
Yeah.
And then we got the draft coming up too. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot to talk about. And like we said with the Broncos, I'm just waiting for them to fail on their pick on the first round. I'm just waiting for it. It's bro, I ain't no big Russell Wilson fan, but they did him dirty. So yeah, they finna get what they deserve on that one.
Yeah, they ain't doing nothing but help the Steelers. I think that was a great thing for the Steelers. Russell where he need to be at this point in time. He don't have to be, you know, he don't have to be Tom Brady. He can just be himself
Yeah,
and they already playoff contender.
yeah,
Push him over the hump.
yeah.
But yeah, we
But
will
hey,
see.
yeah, man, we're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see, man. But hey, everyone, thank you for joining us. And I appreciate you. We'll see y'all later.
Yes, sir. Take care.